Louisiana Tech, I thought they came to play. They thought they didn't back down. We'd seen them be down 17-3 against Florida International, come back, win the game. We saw them down 17 last week, come back, tie the game. So we knew that they'd battle all the way to the end. Thought our guys hung in there. It wasn't our best game. But I think anytime we have 315 yards rushing, we're going to be excited about that. Thought some of the option plays were really good plays for us. The speed options allowed us to get on the perimeter. But there's still a lot of things to improve and clean up. So we'll keep battling away, trying to get better. Happy for the guys. They went 1-0 this week. They handled the rain delay. Very appreciative for everybody that came to the game, and certainly for the people that came back after the rain delay and were there to cheer us on to the very end. I appreciate them very, very, very much. So with that, I'll see what questions you have.
9 plays, 9 runs, 85 yards to start the third quarter. What kind of statement were you trying to make with those calls, and what statement did you make to start the second half?
Yeah, I'll say it again. I think when you come out with when you have a option attack, you're going to get different defenses. And so part of it is, seeing what people are doing, right? So we were getting a lot of Sam strong safety from the field. We were getting a lot of Bear, a lot of things that, you have to have specific answers to. So we found that. We played with some tempo on that drive. Anthony made some big plays. Lindemeyer's the guy that's really stepped up for us recently and was collapsing the edge, and so we were able to hit some plays on that drive. So I think it was just more a deal about hey, we found something. Let's stay with it. Let's get some first downs. Let's go from there and attack. And I thought the guys did that on that drive.
What's your early assessment on Harburg's day? And was he banged up at all at the end, or did he just want to go to prison?
Yeah, no. When we came back in, he got wrapped. I think he felt something. He felt tight, and I think he was maybe cramping a little bit at the end. So, we went ahead and went to Chuba there to finish the game out. So I think had we not had the rain delay, conceivably he would have finished. Just when he came in, he just tightened up.
What has he given your quarterback position? Just the stability, the lack of turnovers you guys have had as an offense the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think anytime we protect the football, we have a chance to play good defense, to control the game on the ground. Again, I thought we were at 3:15 there early in the fourth quarter. Things go a little differently. I thought maybe we'd get a couple more. Those 2 runs called back might have been a 400. Running for 400, 450. That's kind of day you'd like to have out there. But I think he did a good job. He executed the play calls. Some things he didn't. Some things he didn't execute. So the great thing about Heinrich is he's trying to get better. We're coaching him through it. But for the most part, I thought he managed the game pretty well. But there's he, like all of us, like me, all of us have to continue to get better.
Where did it stand with Sims and his availability today? And how does Heinrich's play the last 2 weeks impact that position moving forward?
Jeff was probably was able to go, but limited in terms of what he can do, in terms of the ability to run the football. He did come in for one play. Heinrich's signaling. He's got Chuba's signaling, so to find his helmet. Jeff went in at the end. I think Jeff was probably tight there, just his ankle, just after being out there all day. Didn't see the use of having him go re-injure that. But I think Jeff's an excellent player. He played 2 really tough teams on the road, and I thought, a lot of things that happened, everyone's just going to lump on him. Some of those things weren't his fault. So we're going to get him all ready to play and play the guy that we think gives us the best chance to win.
What can you say about Anthony Grant, his performance today?
It looked like it was a good day for Anthony. I think the biggest thing was the thing I was most proud of. If you put a camera on me, I went over there and about punched him in a good way, fired up, because he's the one who made the block on Fidoni's touchdown. We checked that versus that Sam Strong safety. We knew that if they brought it, it would be there, and he scanned all the way back. And so those are the things that we've been working on Anthony to get, not just to be a runner, but to be a guy that can be effective in protections, and he did that. And that was a huge play that really to me kind of opened things up.
Over these past 2 weeks, what have you seen that gives you confidence just going into kind of the teeth of the conference season now?
You guys know me. I don't think that. I don't really. I've got confidence in our guys. To me, you're never as good as you think you are when you win. You're never as bad as you think you are when you lose. We're just trying to get better. I just keep challenging them. To not listen to the part of you that wants to say, well, we should beat this team. I don't know about this team. Just go come in every week, work, and play the game, see what happens, right? Let's go compete for however many games we have left, 8 games left, and see what happens. So we have good players. We're playing doing some good things. We're doing some things that aren't very good. Some of our kicking game stuff is just not, we're kicking the ball out of bounds. We missed another field goal today. So things have to, a 23-yard punt, things have to improve, but we have the ability to do that. The key is, I told the guys to go celebrate, have fun tonight, come in tomorrow, and then we have to be really, really serious about, how we improve. Anything that happened in that game, they were warned about. We were warned about number 6. We were warned about number 1. We were warned about how good those guys are, and they were good players. And so, for us, I'm glad we found a way to get the win. I'm glad we kind of did some of the things that we believe in terms of taking the ball away at the end and running the football. But we just had to hit overdrive as a team.
What was the locker room like during the lightning delay, and how do you stay locked in when you have no idea how long it's going to be before you get back out there?
Yeah, we went in initially, and we met as a staff real quick. The guys were kind of in there. We met initially about kind of our plan as a staff. Corey did a great job of when we thought we had about 10 minutes left, kind of getting the guys up in that locker room. We took them out there. It was very sort of, I really didn't know how much time. Even when we got out there, I thought it was going to be 10 minutes. It was like 12 and 13. So, those things are hard, right? So we just we want to be the type of organization, what's next? Like, hey, we'll play now, we'll play tomorrow. Well, the guys were enjoying playing. They were like, let's go play in the Hawks. Let's finish this thing. So I'm glad we got a chance to finish playing. I'm glad they had a chance to finish playing. They went down, scored a touchdown, which is disappointing to me. But we got guys more reps. So, but I thought we did a good job. Our strength staff and training staff and nutritionists and Kristen and all them, they did a good job of making sure the guys were ready when they came back out.
What gave you confidence that the Leak Road fake would work?
Yeah, we've had it up the last 2 weeks. It's just a numbers game, right? And so we repped it. Going back to Colorado, those 2 balls where we fumbled it, that was going to get called right there if we don't fumble those 2 balls. So we've been working on it for weeks. And it's something that we've had in our arsenal. Ed's had in his arsenal for, 10 years. We always have it available. And this week we thought maybe we had the numbers, and, we went ahead and pulled it out.
Have you ever run that before in your coaching career?
Oh, yeah. You'd have to ask Ed for when. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But, we've run it a couple times, it seemed like a sure field goal, seemed like points, but at the same time, I just wanted to also send them, if it's there. If it's not there, we weren't going to do it, but I want to send a message to our guys, and I was really happy for Timmy. It's a guy that was a starting kicker. He's there. He's the backup kicker. He's the backup holder. Unbelievable team guy, great student. So he had a chance to go affect the game, and I thought that was another one of those plays like Fedoni's touchdown that kind of gave us some juice.
Status of Luke Weimer, I saw he left the game for you guys.
Yeah, I won't know much more till later, so I'm not really sure what it was. Just kind of symptom-based, so I'll wait, till I know more, but I don't know exactly what it was. It wouldn't be anything long-term, but, his availability for this week, I don't know right now.
What was your overall evaluation of your special teams play today?
I wouldn't say it was the best we've done. We gave up a 100-yard kickoff return that got called back. The kickoffs weren't, exactly where we needed them to be. The first one was fantastic. But, like anything else, I'm sure there was something, put one down at the 1-yard line, which was a big play. Had the fake field goal. So we made some plays that, on special teams, to me, you want to execute and play really clean. And then when you have a chance to make a couple plays to help you win, we made 2 plays that helped us win. There's just some plays we're leaving out there right now that, even that last touchdown, it comes off a short punt that we just had to be a little bit better on. So again, that's why I say you're never as bad as you are. We're kind of where we are. We just got to keep battling to get better. And I think we have guys on special teams that can make plays that'll help us, right? So thankfully we got back on that kickoff return that we fumbled. I mean, there's some things there that just aren't the way we want to play.
How encouraged are you about the running game? I mean, you run for 312, and it could have been a lot more if you don't get those 2 long ones called back.
Yeah, I mean, I think the ability to run some option with it. We hit a couple of RPOs today that go as passing yards. I think our ability to last week we're running. It's hard to do what we're doing, right? Like to run 2-back, 22 personnel power, and hit it for a big play, and then come back and hit a speed option for a play, and hit a zone read for a play. Again, from the very beginning, we're putting in an offense and a defense that's versatile, that can handle the elements, that takes advantage of the players that we have. Sometimes there's a little learning curve along with that. Again, they were going to sell out and take away the run, and I was glad that we got the yardage that we did get. And again, two called back that really hurt.
Those 2 you had called back, the 70 and the 75-yarder, there were holding calls on the receivers. Do you see those as being overly aggressive or like lack of discipline? How do you coach that?
Oh, I wouldn't say those were lack of discipline at all. I thought they were trying to block the way you're supposed to block. I'm not allowed to say much else other than that. But I mean, again, if a guy gets out here and pulls a guy down, we don't want any of that stuff, right? But I thought they were striking and running their feet and blocking away. When Ron Brown shows me those cut-ups of back in the day, we were driving our feet trying to run guys out of bounds. We were trying to do that. So, they called him. It is what it is. But I thought, see the tape, I might feel completely differently. But from what I saw on the field, looking up at the replay, I thought guys were playing hard. So,
All right. Thank you, Coach.
thank you, guys.